guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the 4th video in the Christmas series that I'm doing, the 12 days of stories or 12 stories of Christmas or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, this is about university friends and we gonna get right into it. Let's do it. So I have a pretty long story for you, so grab some snacks, grab whatever you got, and sit back and relax. Okay, so I am going to tell you guys about how I had met this one girl. We're gonna name her Madison, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of people in this story, so please try and pay attention. Okay, so I had joined choir my sophomore year spring semester, and it was fate. Because 1, I loved choir, and 2, I had met Madison there. And we were basically like talking. We hung out after choir a little bit. We hung out a few days during the week, and then we had started eating dinner together. But her roommate at the time, Delaney, we're gonna name her Delaney. Her real name is not Delaney. I'm not using any of the real names in the story. But her roommate, Delaney, at the time, they were together. They were also inseparable, but they also butted heads all the time. So I was the calm, I was the medium between those two, and then we ate dinner together all the time. All of us three, we were the three amigos. And then Madison started adding people to the group. So she added, we're gonna call him Joe. She added the creepy guy from the graduation story that I'll link down below if you haven't seen that. She added this girl Nancy, and this is where it gets crazy. Nancy and I, we also butted heads. We butted heads like crazy until this one time that I was in a pageant at college. So it was our homecoming week. It was our family weekend. We had like a picnic, and we were going back to the dorm. We were going back to another friend of ours' dorm room for something. And so my badge fell off, and she was freaking out about that. She's like, "Oh my gosh, girl, you leave everything around, blah, 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 blah. Your room is so messy." And I'm like, I got so quiet, and I was like, the heck? I was thinking to myself, I'm like, girl, you are not my mother. Can you please not treat me like a little kid? And honestly, 1, she was probably right, and 2, I did not need to be screamed at by someone who was younger than me. I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen in my life. That is not going to happen in my lifetime, especially when you're like not even my friend, not even my acquaintance. I don't even like you. So me and her, we butted heads. Me and Nancy, we did not like each other at all. And then Joe got into the picture. He's like, by the way, this all happened when I was doing a project for a class. He texted me, "Oh my God, you're so miserable. You should take Rob and live in the forest or woods in a cabin by yourself because you're so miserable and because you don't like Nancy," and all the crazy stuff. And I was like, dude, really? I'm trying to do work. Can you just leave me be? I can do a whole nother story time on him as well. I started to distance myself from the group because I didn't want to deal with drama, and I hate drama. The friend group got bigger, but it also got more rocky. Madison had this boyfriend slash fiance type person, and honestly, I honestly think that they thought it was a joke because Madison was asking me for relationship advice one night at dinner because her boyfriend was acting all crazy, and she's like, "I don't even know why I'm with him." I'm like, well, if you're not happy, you could always leave him. And I'm truthful and honest with my friends, especially if I'm with you like through thick and thin for like the last 2 years. Like, I'm so sorry, but I'm truthful and honest. That's who I am. So I stayed by myself. I stayed in my room all the time by myself. But this is where it starts getting a little bit more rocky in the friendship. I had deleted everybody off of Facebook. I had blocked most of the people in the friend group because 1, I didn't want them to know where I was and what I was doing. 2, they didn't need to know. And 3, why would I want them to know if I didn't really like them anymore because they were causing drama within the friend group? Like, I'm sorry. Oh, another thing is that I was Oh my God, I can't, I digress. But anyway, junior year, I was followed home. I was followed back to my dorm by a guy, and when I heard, hey, out of the corner of my ear, I ran, I straight booked it, and ever since then, Delaney and Madison had to walk me back to my dorm. Anyway, we're back to where we are now. Delaney was so nice to me one night, and she's like, hey, you want me to walk you home? I can walk you home. I have time before I do homework, and, I just want to talk. So I felt her out. We talked on the walk back to our dorms. We didn't live in the same dorm, but we lived kind of close to each other. So she walked me back, and then when we got to her door, she started saying, why did you delete these people off of Facebook? Why did you do that? You're in the wrong. You're wrong for doing that. And I was like, no, I'm not. 1, it's my life. 2, why do you care? 3, why do they care? 4, I do not need to be told what to do by people that I don't really like anymore. Like, I'm sorry, but you decided to get out of my life. Like, they went out of their way to ignore me. I literally walked away from Delaney at this point. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. Bye. I literally walked and I was shaking. You know how you get like annoyed and frustrated and really like angry and you start shaking uncontrollably? That was me. That was me, and I'm so sorry I'm intense in this video, but like, you have no idea how angry I got at these girls because they didn't listen to me, and they didn't pay attention to what everything else was going on in the friend group. They just paid attention to what they wanted, and that's what they wanted. And I can tell you, Delaney was probably told by Madison and a whole bunch of other people to ask me why I deleted them people off Facebook. That's probably what happened, because Madison had this fascination with Rob at some point or another. Like, she would get so excited to see him when he was coming to see me or sleep over or whatever, which he did frequently. He slept over my dorm a lot. And the cool thing about being an upperclassman is that you didn't have to sign anybody in. So, yeah, it was a plus. It was a very big benefit for my personal life. Like, Madison would come over and just relax with both of us, and we're like, dude, can you just not? Like, one night we were so tired we just wanted to go to sleep, and we were ordering pizza, and she was in the door frame talking to us, and she was like very long pauses. She's like, so what about that thing, Kel? And I was like, okay, cool. Like, giving her short answers to have her like go away. And she did not get the picture at all. She kept staying there for like, she maybe stood there for like half an hour, and we're like, okay, can you just go, please? Like, just leave us alone. It was bad. It was really bad, guys. She had this fascination with Rob, and so I confronted her about it. And she had also, like, he was sleeping on my bed, and I came back from class, and he was wearing sweatpants, and it was like wintertime. So this is what she did. She pulled his boxers and sweats and snapped them on his back. I was like, the hell? Like, the fuck? No. And I was like, no. So I confronted her about that as well. I was like, why did you do that? And she started crying about how nobody had liked her and how she should commute and this, that, and the other thing, which was totally normal because she had done this since freshman year. And she's like, I should have gone to a community college like everybody else had told me, blah, 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 blah. I am not ready to be in college. I was like, okay, you're guilty. You know what you did because of this. And it's not unnormal for her to do that. So like she still probably did that all the way up until graduation. She had come to my room to talk about things, to, I don't know, ease tension between us, ease tension between the friend group, whatever, this, that, and the other thing. So it ended up her leaving in tears and me feeling triumphant because I forget what I said to her. Oh my gosh, I forgot what I said to her, but I was like, you need to leave. and she got up and left. And I was like, I felt like a calm of relief wash over my body, and I felt so triumphant. On to her roommate, who she did not like and none of us liked. I can do another story time on her as well, but we did not like her at all. She had gone to her and cried to her about me, and I heard it because we lived in the same dorm. We lived in the same area. So, like, her room was, like, right here. My room was, like, down here. So I walked, and I was listening by the door. I was like, yeah, what else did I do? It was crazy. And her roommate told her basically to stay away from me, which she did, which was awesome. But that's the end of the video. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But anyway, no, it's not the end of the video. My one friend had told me that they did not, Delaney and Madison, they did not like walking me back from my dorm. They didn't understand why. They did not understand why they had to walk me back from my dorm all the time. You know, it's okay. No friend to look after now. It's whatever. That is the end of this lengthy video. I'm so sorry it took up so long. I love you guys. Stay beautiful and positive and do something magical. Bye! Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. You guys rock. Follow me on all my social media at the end of this right there. Do it. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.